At MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center, you're not just a number. We offer individualized care for each of our patients, plus prescription delivery and medication management.
MedsPLUS is there for any and everyone who wants a special touch with their pharmacy needs.
Call or visit today for a free consultation.
Bringing the pharmacist back to the community, MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center.
Visit MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center in downtown Birmingham at the new South Federal Building.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Yes, it is Monday, time for MedsPLUS Medical Minute Live. Pauline is unable to be with us today. We do have a special guest. We have Roshanna Stallings, who is our program manager. Say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Great, great. So today we're going to talk about our programs and give you an update. So if you follow us and you've seen a lot of our advertisements on social media, we're actively working with 2 special programs. So just wanted to kind of give an update. And if you have any questions, you'll be able to go to the comments and ask us questions. And if you're looking at it later, we can also follow up with you in that way as well. So I am Dr. Jennifer. Welcome to MedsPLUS Medical Minute. And we're excited to update you on 2 of the programs that we currently have that are impacting our community. The first one that we want to talk about is Pharmacy Pathway program, and it is a pharmacy technician training program. We're so excited to be a part of Prosper and Good Jobs Challenge with the City of Birmingham, providing healthcare opportunities or healthcare careers for residents in the City of Birmingham, throughout Jefferson County and beyond. So we've had a really good response initially. So I want to kind of talk about our first cohort. So that's why I have Roshanna here to give us an update on all things MedsPLUS Pharmacy Pathway program. But before I do that, Roshanna, let me give a little bit of background about you. So last year, we were part of Diabetes Self-Management Education, or our Community Diabetes program. And that was powered through a grant through the City of Birmingham. And Roshanna was one of our community health workers. One of the goals of the program is to provide healthcare opportunities by way of career. And Roshanna did such a phenomenal job that she was tapped to stay on with MedsPLUS and to become our program manager for these initiatives that we have going currently. So give us an update on MedsPLUS Pharmacy Pathway program.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jennifer, for that introduction. So when we start with the MedsPLUS Pharmacy Pathways program, we just recently had a graduation a little over a week ago where we graduated about 10 pharmacy technician trainees, and they were so phenomenal throughout the whole program and just really elated with our graduation ceremony that we had for them. Family, friends joined us. It was a great overall experience. And now they're equipped to start their new healthcare opportunities.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so let's take the audience through their journey. So I remember earlier this year, we came on live and we talked about the program and how it would be a great way to get the training and then get employer assistance with landing a job. So we had how many in-person sessions?
Last cohort was about 3.
Okay. But the majority of the training, they do online modules. Is that right?
That's correct. So with our online modules, that offers them the flexibility to do the work anywhere. So they don't have to be confined to our classroom, but anywhere that they have the extra time to do the coursework, they can do that.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell me about the makeup of that first class. Did we have high school students? Did we have people that already had a career that wanted to change to healthcare? What was the makeup of that first class?
Oh, wow. So there was a great mix of both of those that you just mentioned. High school students, we had about roughly 6 or 7 high school students, as well as people that wanted to change their career path. So when you look at how they were into their programs and stuff and their dedication, that looked different. So we had to provide flexibility to them as well to make sure that we were accommodating high school students that, they haven't gotten that taste of life yet, but they're getting geared into that. So, just kind of grooming them to like what to expect. We can't teach them everything, can't show them everything, but we can give some examples about like, this is what you could possibly be faced with, as well as the other, like, the ones that wanted to change career path, like just getting their mind accustomed to like, okay, this is what you can expect. This is what you cannot expect. You're familiar with like how just people are in general. So that won't be an issue. But as far as like actual pharmacy knowledge, we were able to accommodate them with that.
Yeah, yeah. So as I'm thinking back over the program, and I know I was able to meet the students when we did our in-person job shadow, or we took them through the workflow of the pharmacy from receiving a prescription, filling a prescription, entering a prescription, and selling a prescription at the register. And we kind of put them through different customer service challenges, et cetera. So at that point, I was able to see, I was like, wow, this is really coming to fruition, what we had planned for, hoped for. And Dr. Pauline and I, we've trained hundreds of pharmacy techs throughout our career. So we were able to really give them a good hands-on representation of what they were learning. So with the online process, would you say that there were some parts of the program a little bit more challenging than others?
Yes, definitely. One that stood out in particular was the calculations portion. So math can either be your favorite subject or you can hate it. But regardless, you need to know it to be a pharmacy technician or a pharmacist to work in a pharmacy. So that was our first like challenging coursework that we had also our instructor to come in and go over those calculations with the students. And they were really appreciative of that refresher, whether they knew it or not. It was just a great session to just draw a baseline, to be familiar with what you could possibly see over and over again, or what new may come of it. Another one, like you said, was the in-person lab rotation. I think they really appreciated that, because for somebody coming into this program that has never been introduced to what inside of a pharmacy looks like, that was very instrumental with helping them to like at least be familiar with the counting and the customer service and entering a prescription. Like all of that is the basis of what they need to be successful.
Exactly. So just so the audience knows, I'm the one, like when I have a technician that starts in my pharmacy, we go over the counting. And unless you kind of give them a few tricks of the trade, it can be a little bit difficult. So typically when people want to count out a prescription, if they're doing it by hand, they want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was like, okay, let's do 3, 2, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it was really fun to kind of go through that. And then they were able to see, oh, okay, I get it, because you can count by fives easier than any other number combination and remember where you left off, or if you made it to that number, because you have to count as high as 90 or 100 sometimes. So I always like to throw that in. Also on the training side, the customer service piece of it. So we were able to take them through scenarios, because I always remind people, when people come to the pharmacy, it's not always a pleasant visit. It's not a destination. Like if you're going to the ice cream shop, people are reminded they have health conditions. People are reminded, I have to take medicine. I have to be here. So we have to learn to be sensitive to those things when they don't know when to or where to place their emotions. So we have to kind of be less on the defensive and be more on the empathetic side. So even if they just receive a diagnosis or having a bad day, it's usually the things that they're bringing in with them so as not to take it personal, and how you can kind of ease that. So we always try to make it fun, so that they can see those different sides of the customer, although they won't be ready for every scenario, but to help them to learn what that could look like. Okay, so Roshanna, if someone, okay, well, let's go back to the graduation. We didn't, you brought that up initially. So the graduation, guys, we had a really, really, it surpassed my expectations. We did, and Roshanna, you did a really good job getting everything together, the planning, the location, all of those things. So when we came in, we had to gather more tables and chairs. We had one participant that had how many family members?
Oh man, it was between 15 to 20.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
One
and
person.
it was two graduates that were like in competition with like who has the most, supporters here with you.
That's right. It was like one had 19, one had 13. And the
Mhm.
one that had the 13, they were one of the high school students, a recent graduate
Mhm.
from high school. Was it Parker High School?
Yep, that was Parker's. Mhm.
Yes, and there were actually at least 3 faculty members there from Parker High School.
Mhm.
So yeah, the room was full. It was energizing, engaging, and I did the keynote address. How was that keynote, Roshanna?
Oh, it was phenomenal. You told them everything that they needed to know and also motivating and encouraging. And we can't forget one pharmacy tech graduate. Like I would have thought that we had selected her to be the valedictorian the way she delivered her address. But it was great. And I mean, they were phenomenal students.
It was, and I would say, well, let me just ask you this question.
Mhm.
What is one example of one student that you would like to share their experience? So it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, if you're interested to really seriously consider joining the program.
Yes. Okay. So one student, well, they all had different things that they stood out to me about, but one particular student, she missed one of our first in-person sessions because I think her son had something going on. But when I tell you she did not miss another one after that, her dedication and yeah, her dedication to the program, it stood out. Like whenever I had a session from that point on, she was always there, stayed the extra mile, was always a helping hand. She even helped us make our graduation
Invitations.
invitations. Yes, I could not think of the word. Our invitations, and she was just so creative all around. So she is one student that definitely stuck out to me, took charge, was always encouraging as well. So with that being said, I think that we should invite them on our medical minute to give a little, synopsis of
Testimonial.
how. Yes, that's the
Love it.
word. Mhm.
I like that idea. And I think we did talk about that. So we just got to make it happen. So now they're in the phase of working with Brittany Jenkins, who is our employer placement specialist. So kind of talk about how that works.
Okay, so as far as that goes, we did have a resume and interview workshop for them to attend. And from there, Brittany connects them directly with our employers, letting them know, well, they let her know when they have applied, that they have submitted their resumes. And from there, they interview with the company. And, Brittany is there to help them negotiate different salaries as well as speak to their strengths in the program, and also be there to be a helping hand if it's something that they don't understand. A lot of them, this could be their first job, and then some of them, like you said, it's a career change. So like just letting them know what to expect, and also being that liaison between the employer and the student, so no one is shorthanded at the end of the day.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. I love that. So we're at that stage. We've completed that cohort. And last Tuesday, we started the next cohort. So we're continuously rolling and moving. And so one of the learnings that we learned is sometimes we need to have them come together for that extra support. So now we've decided we're going to do the online modules, but we're going to have one in person per week. And we're holding those classes at the Birmingham Public Library. We held our orientation last Tuesday and we had 19 people there. So more to come on that, the success of this next class, but just wanted to let you know. So Roshanna, we're going to close this segment out. And if you can tell them if they're interested or know of someone that's interested in becoming a pharmacy technician and working as a pharmacy technician, what steps do they need to take?
Okay, so first we're going to start with the application. All you have to do is visit our website at MedsPLUSPharmacyConsulting.com. I think that's the website. If it's not, I'm sorry. But you visit our website and you scroll down and you will see, are you interested in becoming a pharmacy technician? You will then click on that sign up now logo and link, and then you'll put in that information that we're asking you for. From then you will receive, within a week, you will receive, so it might not be the next day, but within that same week or the following week, you will receive an email letting you know, like, we need you to do a pre-assessment. And all we are asking you to do this pre-assessment for is to just make sure that you have the basic fundamentals of math and reading, because that's essential and needed for just any career field. So you take your pre-assessment, and then from there, the next week we'll ask you to apply for your pharmacy tech license. So that way that you are registered under the Alabama Board of Pharmacy. And from there, we'll host an orientation and you'll be ready to start your coursework.
Awesome. Awesome. So you guys got it. MedsPlusConsulting.com. That's how you go onto the website to register. Within a week, you'll receive another email on next steps to do. And we're looking to start our next cohort second week of July. So
Yes.
get yourself ready, get yourself together, and let's go on this journey together. Okay. So we've talked about MedsPLUS Pharmacy Pathway program, another great service to our community, right? So the next program, which Roshanna knows like the back of her hand, diabetes education in the community, or community diabetes education. So what we do is we teach people with type 2 diabetes how to self-manage their condition, because it's a chronic condition. We are currently still enrolling in this next class that we're about to start. So we want to make sure that we give some information about how to do that. But before we do that, we recently completed our first class and we celebrated with them as well. So in May, we completed our first class of the year, and we also did a graduation for the students. We had about 18 people in that class, and we were able to celebrate with a graduation party. We had line dancing, we had food, and just an overall great time. So what can they do to register for the diabetes education class?
Okay, so with great news, we are getting ready to gear up for our next class starting June 17th, which is actually just tomorrow. So if they are interested, they can also follow that same process that we just gave the pharmacy tech students, MedsPlusConsulting.com. You can also register there, or you can just make it as quick as possible. Just give us a call here at the office at our number with 205-650-4636. And say, hey, I'm interested in joining y'all's diabetes class. I heard it on the Medical Minute and I'm so excited to join. And we will get one of those community health workers right on the phone ASAP, and we'll just collect a little information from you. And you can join us on tomorrow. We are in the Ensley location, Renew Birmingham. So that's where we'll be hosting our next session for 10 weeks, 5 in-person sessions, to where you'll get to learn all of the information that you need to be successful with managing your diabetes and being an advocate for yourself. So one thing about us at MedsPLUS, we work hard, but we party harder. So we do it.
Exactly. So what can we expect from the diabetes education class? So what we do different, why why our diabetes education class is different from the rest. Well, first of all, when you first come, we're going to do your screenings. So when we do your screenings, you're going to know what your blood pressure is, your weight, you're going to know your A1C. So you're going to know how well controlled your type 2 diabetes is at that time. We'll also do a cholesterol panel for you. You'll get your HDL, LDL, triglycerides, total cholesterol. So after that, then we start the lessons. So although we're starting tomorrow, you still have up until the 23rd to join us. So still, even if you miss tomorrow, please give us a call if you're interested or you know someone, and we can still work you in before we have the actual teaching class. So what are we teaching? We're teaching healthy eating, how to be active. We're teaching healthy coping. So we are teaching mindfulness, how to manage the distress of managing type 2 diabetes, because you have to make hundreds of decisions in a day and it can become overwhelming. We help you to do that and how to manage that. We talk about reducing risks. We talk about problem solving. Things change over time as we live and things show up differently. How do you manage that? We teach you how to advocate for yourself, how to have a conversation when you're at your doctor's appointment. What I tell the patients is that they should be able to give the doctor a report, because you're monitoring yourself. You're with yourself 24 hours a day. So you're able to tell the doctor how you have been since your last doctor's visit. So how do they do that? We give them a blood pressure monitor as well as a blood sugar monitor or glucometer. They're able to see their trends, their highs, their lows, or their normals, and they're able to give a quick snapshot to their doctor when they go to their appointment. When they come back to class, they'll usually report, my doctor says, where have you been? What have you been doing? And then they tell them about our diabetes education class. So, Roshanna, we had our feedback session for the last class. What were some of the things that stood out to you that the participants spoke about the class?
I think what mattered the most to them was that they could see themselves in the program. You were so relatable with teaching them that information that they were able to just, I guess, bask in the knowing that I'm not in this alone. I'm not the only one that's going through this. This advice fits their real lives, and they're actually more engaged, and actually they'll have lasting results by just that alone.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. So if you or someone you know, diabetes education be a game changer for them. We are holding our classes in Ansley at Renew Birmingham, and that's on Avenue H. We'll get you all the information. The class time for this class will be 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We intentionally did that because we wanted to invite people that are working during the day. They weren't able to make the classes during the day. So this is for you. If you have type 2 and you're working from 8 to 4, 9 to 5, come and join us at Renew Birmingham in Ansley from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. You see our number scrolling as well as our email address in the comments. Give us a call or go to the website and let us know you're ready to join, and we'll take it from there. Roshanna, thank you so much for joining us today with all this great information and the work that you're doing behind the scenes. Dr. Pauline and I appreciate you and what you're bringing to the team. For our audience, remember, we're here for your healthcare needs, to help you and to empower and engage you to manage your health, become the center of your healthcare team, champion of your health. Give us a call, 205-650-4636, or come visit us, downtown Birmingham, 215 Richard Arrington Jr. Boulevard North, or visit us on our website. We have prescription delivery, workplace wellness, as well as the community events that we will come out to. So reach out to us today, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Have a great week. See ya.
At MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center, results matter. Don't settle for less when it comes to your health. Empower your health journey with a pharmacy that puts you first. Transferring your pharmacy is easy with our guidance. Plus, we offer prescription delivery and medication management.
Bringing the pharmacist back to the community. MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center.
Visit MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center in downtown Birmingham at the new South Federal Building.